favorites. So Shana Tova, everyone. So happy to see all of you here for this celebration of creation of the new year. And tonight is our Erev Rosh Hashanah program. It's not a traditional service, as I've said. Let me just say that it would be so wonderful if you would put your video on so we can see your beautiful faces. We can see there are people from all over the world that are here tonight.
I can't find it.
So put on, if you can, put your video on. What you do is that you hover over your little box that you're in, and there's in the upper right, there's a couple dots, 3 dots, and you can put, you can show your video, okay? Or at the bottom screen, on the bottom left, you can see it says start video. So open up so we'd love to see your faces. So I want to welcome everyone here. Shana Tova. We're going to begin with a song that you're going to hear throughout these holy days, both tonight and also tomorrow and next week for Yom Kippur. It's a theme, and the song is Return Again. I know that many of you know it. Even though you're all on mute, I hope that you will sing in your own house along with Ter. I want to introduce the people that are helping tonight to make this happen. Ter Lieberstein is a Cantorial soloist, and she's going to be my main accompanist tonight, and also blow shofar, as well as Josh and Jim, who are the tech people. If you have need any tech support, you can chat Jim to Jim and he can help you. Or if you really get kicked out of something and you want to send me an email, Josh will look at the emails. So we're going to begin with a song that is called Return Again. And it depicts the idea that the primary gesture, some people say the cosmic gesture of this season, is one of turning and returning. We turn back, we come home, we return to community, we return to our best self, we return to God, or whatever our image is of the divine. So we turn ourselves back around, and this song depicts that.
Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. return again, return again, return to the land of your soul.
The theme tonight is going to be twofold. One is going to be on opening our hearts and also on memory. I want to dedicate this evening, these programs, these gatherings to my beloved mom, Marlene Cornick, who died a couple weeks ago. And I want to thank everyone who have sent me beautiful blessings. And I actually want to ask you to think about who you might want to dedicate this evening to yourself. Just take a breath and think about, is there someone, you don't have to write it in the chat, you can just have it in your own heart. Who would you want to dedicate tonight to? So we recognize that we are entering sacred space and sacred time here. And so we are going to bless this space we're in. We're going to do a whole bunch of blessings at the very beginning. So we'll all feel very blessed and filled up. And we want to bless this space to make it different than all the other Zoom rooms that we've been in since March, right? I want to know first, do any of you, I sent out some ideas to make your room sacred. And I want to know if you have something that you have either colored or you have put by your room. And if you could, if you have something you can hold up, it would be really wonderful if you do. I know I got some emails that some people use Joanne Fink's Shiviti, beautiful colorings. I will say that, can you see this plant of mine? Can you see it? So this, it was my great grandma Pauline's plant, which my mom nurtured for, it was her grandmother. So it's my great grandmother, and she nurtured for all these years, and we all have cuttings. And so my husband helped me bring it close to make this space sacred. So if you have something that you have created, you can hold it up, or something that is close to you that you are holding close to you. Great. Oh, Gail has a shofar. Wonderful. And anything else that you have to hold up. And if you don't, oh, wonderful, great. So talit, Laura has, I have my talit that I was given as a present when I was ordained by Temple Emmanuel. Wonderful, I see, Glenda, that's lovely, lovely, beautiful picture. So if you don't have anything, you could think about for tomorrow, bringing something just to make this space different than regular, okay? So we're gonna first bless our space right here, blessing the Zoom room. We bless this Zoom space in which we gather and all the various physical locations where we are. People from all over the world are here. We say, Ma Nora Hamakom Hazeh. How awesome is this body, is our bodies. How awesome is this place? How awesome is this journey through time and space? Ma Nora Hamakom Hazeh. How awesome is this place? This is what Jacob said after he woke up, after having the experience of angels going up and down the ladder. and wakes up and he thought it was an ordinary place, but actually it was a place where the divine visited him, the divine rested. And so any place that we're in, by bringing our consciousness, can become a sacred space. We also recognize that we're gathered with people from all over, the diversity of backgrounds. We have chosen to come together in this unique constellation tonight. Every one of you has a story. Every little box that you see, everyone has a story, and each story is sacred. And so we do a blessing of the faces. And I hope that now that you will open up so that you can see in the Hollywood squares, you know, in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you can go from gallery view to, I think, speaker view. Can you see the one that says gallery view? Are you able to see, Lionel? Yes? Okay, I'm looking for head nodding. Okay, great. So just take a look at all the faces, every face having a story. And you can read with me, although you're all muted. And we offer a blessing to each other, okay? So many beautiful faces, so many radiant souls shining forth into our hearts. Look at those eyes, those smiles, the hopes, the fears that we all bring here tonight, the yearning, the questioning, the compassion, the love. Take it all in. Take it all in. The tenderness, the humanity, the blessing of faces arrayed before you, the blessing of faces given and received. And just close your eyes for a second and send out a blessing to everyone that is here in this space, chosen to come together. You send a blessing to everyone in your community who may not be here, in your family, to the world, knowing that every face is sacred and has a story. And now we bless time itself. Tonight is not only the beginning of Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, the birthday of the world, but also it is Shabbat. It's the day that is set apart for rest and restoration and for being, not doing. Shabbat is a day in which we are supposed to experience the world as it is, not the world that we ourselves create. And so Tara is going to sing the blessing. I don't know if you brought candles. I'm gonna light for everyone the candles. And the blessing includes both Shabbat and the holiday. So go ahead, Tara. I'm not sure if Tara is unmuted.
Sorry.
There you are. You got me worried. Okay. Don't do that to me.
Sorry.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat Vayom Hazikaron.
So I'm going to put these candles down. You won't be able to see them, unfortunately. And I want you to notice that the prayer, it blesses Shabbat and Yom HaZikaron, which is the day of remembrance. It is one of the names of Rosh Hashanah. And so we say in English together, Holy One of blessing, your presence and oneness fills creation. You make us holy by connecting, commanding, calling us to kindle the lights of Shabbat and the day of remembrance. We say together, Amen. And as if this wasn't enough blessings, we have one more blessing to do, which blesses this moment that has never happened before. We as a group have never gathered before like this. And so we thank the divine mystery for allowing us to reach this particular moment in time. And Tara's going to sing. So please sing along in your own home.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen.
Thank you, Tara. The next prayer is a prayer that I recite on, and you will read along with, I mean, you don't have to read it out loud, but it's a prayer that the prayer leader says, praying to be adequate enough to carry the prayers of the people. Hineni, here I am. I am here. I am here. I stand before the imaginary open ark and the eternal scrolls of our people dressed in white light. I stand ready to enter into the holy days and offer prayers that urge me to live better, kinder, ever present to the pain of others, to become a compassionate vessel, trustworthy, holding hope in the midst of despair. Hineni, I am here, I am here. I stand on the edge between earth and heaven, between what I know and what I can never understand, between life and life everlasting. Mortality hovers, a rippling presence, always there, lingering, waiting, holding. I am here. Hineni, I am here. I stand resilient, determined, though I have been taken down, forced to live a different way. The rhythm of life has been altered. Time unfolds and morphs, expands and stands still. I have been called to be present, to pay attention. What have I learned? What have I done with the time I have been given? glorious time of never-ending possibility? Have I squandered the beauty, the radiance of life, an offering of my inner being? Who am I? Where have I gone astray? Am I worthy to pray with my people? May I be worthy to pray with my people. Hear my plea. Grant me the faith, courage, and wisdom to enter into cheshbon hanefesh, the accounting of my soul, the fragility and humility of self-examination. Hineni, I am here, I am here, I am here. May this fractured heart softened and hold love and compassion in a way it has never has before. Hineni, I am here. That prayer is written by Rabbi Karen Kedar. So taking a deep breath. The first theme, after all the blessing and after the praying of, I hope that we're adequate, I'm adequate. We're going to look at opening our hearts. This is the first theme. It's about it's a form of waking up, opening the hearts. And I want to say that I know that so many of us, of you, are tender right now. I'm not sure if today we passed 200,000 deaths in the United States. I just know that we're close. I know that the number worldwide is even larger. I think we haven't even yet been able to grieve or to process all that we have lost. There are currently still fires blazing in the West. Our air is still not clean in Southern California. Hurricanes and storms, unemployment, fear, schools, should they open, should they close? There's so much pain. And I think what happens is that when we experience pain, I'm not saying everyone does it, but it's a common thing to close our hearts, because we can, if we feel like we close our hearts, we don't have to feel the pain and it won't hurt. And yet the pain is what tells us that we're human. And so part of Rosh Hashanah is about opening our hearts, realizing that we are vulnerable, that we are tender. And I would say especially this year, we are so tender. And so what I'm going to do is I want to play a song for you. It's called Open Our Hearts by Yosef Goldman and a band. And I have some directions for you, which is I recommend that you put your hand on your heart. To do this, to listen in a meditative way. This is going to be our meditation section tonight. And you can put your hand on your heart. You can put your other hand over your heart if you're feeling especially tender. And you can even, if you're feeling like your heart needs to pay attention, you can even gently knock on the heart. You can also sit and listen, or you can sit and watch, but allow the music to work on you and to see if you can open your heart a little bit more.
loved, loved, and loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. Open up my heart. I know I am love. I know I am love. Open up my heart. I know I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. Open up my heart. I know I am love. I know I am love. Open up my heart. I know I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. Ooh, 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 ooh. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. Open up my heart. I know I am love. I know I am love. Open up my heart. I know I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. Open up my heart. I know I am love. I know I am love. Open up my heart. I know I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by an unending love.
So that was Rabbi Yosef Goldman, and from Philadelphia, and he's accompanied by Joey Weisenberg, Chava Morel. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, one of my favorites. Were you able to just tap on your heart a bit and just feel the music allow you to open? This is a theme of High Holy Days. We are loved by an unending love, and open up my heart. Patach libi, libi patach. Open my heart. Another way that we open our heart, besides music at the High Holy Days, is by the shofar. Maimonides says it calls us to awaken. You can see this piece from Rambam, Maimonides, says, "Wake up, you sleepers, from your sleep. You slumberers, from your slumber. Search your deeds and return to me. return to me in teshuva, returning. That is that theme of returning over and over. So wake up, the shofar blasts 100 times during the High Holy Days, and it calls us to wake up. And so we are going to say the blessing over the hearing the shofar. The mitzvah is to hear the shofar. We're going to say the blessing together. And then Ter is going to, I'm going to call out the names of the blasts. They're very different blasts. And then I hope that when you hear the blasts, you can even close your eyes and see where they resonate in your own body. So we'll say together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishmoa kol shofar. Blessed are you, eternal oneness, our God, ruler of time and space, who raises us up to holiness with your mitzvot, your commandments, and commands us to hear the voice of the shofar. So Tara, are you ready?
Yep.
And I see that Gail is also helping. Okay, great. Although we won't be able to hear Gail, we can hear Tara. Okay, great. So, Tekiah, Shivarim, Trua, Tekiah Gedula, yeah, hey, Tara, what a great job. Hayom Harat Olam and Mazel Tov. Today, the universe is born. Today is pregnant with possibilities. I don't know if you were able to experience, but I always, hearing the sound of the shofar not only wakes me up, but it also feels like an ancient sound that I hear that my ancestors were hearing and blowing shofar all the way back through the centuries. So it's about memory also. As I said before, Rosh Hashanah is not only the birthday of the world, the creation, but also a day of remembrance. And I'd like to share this poem with you, one of my favorites by Stuart Kessenbaum, called Psalm. The only psalm I had memorized was the 23rd, and now I find myself searching for the order of the phrases, knowing it ends with, surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Only I remember seeing a new translation from the original Hebrew, and forever wasn't forever, but a long time, which is different from forever, although even a long time today would be good enough for me. Even a minute of entering the house would be good enough for me. Even a hand on the door or dropping today's newspaper on the stoop or looking in the windows that are reflecting this morning's clouds in first light. So memory. We have a recurring melody that goes throughout the High Holy Days, and we're going to sing it in a minute, but I want to say something about it. Zochrenu l'chaim, remember us for life. The hope is for life. And there's a melody that Tara's going to sing. Zochrenu l'chaim. This plea to me speaks to the question of what we make of our lives. Will they be filled as something, will they be lived as something to be survived or as something to be treasured? Will we make something of our life, of our days, or will they be wasted? And so Tara is going to sing Zochrenu l'chaim, and then we're going to move into, from that prayer, into the Shema when Tara is done. And the imagery that I'm going to offer about the Shema is that Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu is about Adonai Echad. The Shema is about helping us remember that God is oneness, to look for oneness, to listen for oneness, to find intimations of the divine in everything. So we will do Zochrenu, and then we will move into the Shema. Tara.
Zochrenu l'chaim, melech hafetz b'chaim, v'kodvenu b'sefer ha'chaim, l'mancha Elohim chaim. Shama Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Unmute, Mom.
Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. So just a moment of silent prayer. If you want to complete the Shema, if you know it by heart, or just to take a moment to contemplate the oneness that is God, the oneness. So we're now going to spend a few minutes with a healing prayer. And as I said in the beginning, which is one reason I decided to focus so much tonight on the opening of our hearts, is there is so much healing that is needed right now, both of our own selves and of people that we know, of our planet. of other people through illness or emotional, spiritual. There are so many different ways that we need healing. Our country in the United States needs enormous healing, and that will be true for a long time. So I invite you, if you can open up your chat and to write in the names of anyone, including yourself, that you are thinking of who needs healing, who you would like to offer healing prayers for. And so put the names in the chat. You open up the chat at the bottom of your screen. You just click chat. I hope you can see the chat. And please also add your name. So many names. So many names, so many people. Tara is going to chant in a second the shortest healing prayer in the Hebrew Bible, which is said by Moses about his sister Miriam when she was afflicted by a skin disease. And he cried out to God and said, El na rafana la. El meaning God, na, which is please, rafana la, please heal her. La is her. And so what I'd really like you to do, I invite you to do, since there are hundreds of names in the chat, is just to imagine that you, and you can even put your hands up, is that you are just reaching out and holding everyone here and all the people that they are praying for healing. You can even put your hands up. Well, and send healing to the people, all the people. So Tara, go ahead. Thank you, Tara. So it would not be a program or a gathering without announcements, right? And so for the first time ever, I think we're doing announcements, and Marianne Malkoff is going to do announcements. Josh, can you spotlight her? Can you see Marianne?
Now, because
Okay.
you all know that you really secretly look forward to this part, because you know as soon as the announcements are done, we're going to wrap it up and go get something great to eat. But unfortunately, we're not going to be joining together to have something to eat tonight. So that's kind of a disappointment. With that said, though, this was a really different way for us to join together, and I know it was exactly what I needed. Rabbi Jill had sent out some instructions that included like making the space different, so it didn't feel like I was sitting down at my computer to come, join us for this really holy thing. So if you get a chance to do that, that was in your email box, and there's a beautiful, beautiful handout about some things that you might want to do for some of the other services to help really elevate it. But of course, with Rabbi Jill and with Tara, it already was really elevated. So let's just talk about the schedule coming up. So tomorrow we're going to get together around 11:30, and we're going to have an amazing service together. And then we come back together on Erev Yom Kippur on Friday night. And there are some very, very special things planned. And that the music is just haunting for that. And if you get a chance to join us on that night, that would be great too.
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
And that's, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever September 28th is, Sunday night. And then Monday would be Yom Kippur Day, right? And so there we have it. And we're going to get together at 11:30 for that. Now, after that get together ends around 12:30. Right about that time, we're going to start Yisker. And there's some really special things planned for that. So be on the lookout. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But there's a way to really bring some holiness and to really remember the people we care about so much. So with all of the things that are going on, if you enjoy this sort of thing, those of us who are part of Rabbi Jill's spiritual community, Hineni, we get to experience this every single month of the year. So if you'd like to find out more about that, please join us. It's a great group of people. And then the last thing is that Jill never blows her own horn, but if you knew all the good work that she does on our behalf all the time, you would be so incredibly proud of her. And we're asking people, because it is the announcements during High Holiday, of course, you're used to us asking you at this time of year to support our good Jewish works that we do across the community. So if you'd like to make a donation, there'll probably be a link put up, or that'll be off of Jill's website. But you know what, you're always welcome to join us, and we're glad to have you here. So looking forward to seeing you in the days coming up. And you knew it was even better because we had announcements, because now we're close to the finish and everybody will really sing loud, right?
Thank you, Marianne. Thank you. So actually, we are close to finish. However, I want to say that after we're going to go till the hour, and then afterwards, I so hope you stay for another half hour if you can, because we're going to do a guided group conversation, small group conversations. And when I have done these small groups before, people who feel like, oh no, I don't want to do that, 95% of the people say, I'm so happy I did, because it's a chance to connect. You know what it is? It's like when you're at a, like if you go to a service and then afterwards you have an oneg, you have a time to hang out with others. that's what we're doing virtually. So I really hope that you will stay, and that we're going to do it tonight at the conclusion for a half hour. And then we also will do it at the conclusion tomorrow as well. So let me go back and share my screen. We did announcements. So here's a prayer before Kaddish. I'm going to read the poem, and then I will ask you that if you have names of people that you are remembering, that you are either have a yahrzeit for, if you're in the first year of mourning for a parent, or anyone really that you want to honor tonight on Rosh Hashanah, you can put their names in the chat, and then we'll say Kaddish together. Mourning is the price we pay for having the courage to love others. Even in grief, we know that the wonder of human life is too complex and too magnificent to be memorialized in endless pain. The gifts of spirit our loved ones gave us cannot be measured or weighed, nor can they be lost or even tarnished by time. Even in our darkest hours, we know that some of their light and their warmth will always be with us, bringing comfort and courage, and in the fullness of time, healing and peace. So if you have a name of someone that you're remembering, please put it in the chat. I will offer my mom's name, Marlene Marks Kornick, Malka, Bat, Ruth, Vyakov. Yes, and I just heard tonight that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. Such a loss. Yes. So many names. And if it's your custom to rise, please do so now. Yikadal v'yikadash shmei Rabba, v'yalma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yamachon v'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach leolam almei almaya. Yibarach Yitbarach v'yitabach v'yipa'ar v'yiraman v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudashah yuhu. La'ela min kol berkata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiram v'yalma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'ekol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'ekol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May the one who makes peace on high make peace for us and for all Israel and for all inhabitants of planet Earth. And let us say together, Amen. We're going to end with Oseh Shalom and Return Again. And then I hope that you will stay for the breakout groups. We're going to do Oseh Shalom, Return Again. Then we're going to say Shana Tova to everyone. And then we're going to do breakout groups. And then I have a final poem at the end of the breakout groups. But before I say goodbye to you all, and before we sing our closing song, I just want to say how fabulous it is to have you all here, all of your beautiful faces gathered together in a way that there's never been. This is the inaugural High Holidays that Tara and I have done together. I have always done High Holidays. I've led High Holidays at other people's synagogues, or when I was a rabbi at Temple Emmanuel, I led there. And so I just want to thank you all for your presence. And I hope that you come back tomorrow and next week so that we can continue to celebrate these holy days together. So Tara.
Oh, say shalom bimromav, huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, ve'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imaru Amen. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again, return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul.
So this is a wonderful opportunity to thank Cantorial soloist Tara Lieberstein, who has such a beautiful voice and an even more beautiful spirit of generosity. It was actually her idea that she said, Rabbi Jill, are you going to do high holiday services? So thank you, Tara. And I also want to thank Jim for helping with letting people in tonight, and also Josh for being the videos, and all of you. I hope that you will come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I am really excited. We're going to spend a bunch of time on the prayer, Unatana Tokef, which is like who will live and who will die. We're going to listen to a piece by Leonard Cohen, the great Leonard Cohen, may his memory be a blessing. But we're also going to look at the prayer, and particularly at this COVID moment of what we've been experiencing. And we also will do Avinu Malkeinu and blow the shofar again. So I hope that you will come back tomorrow, and I hope that you're going to stay. I hope you're going to stay to do the small groups.
Humbly hearted rise, won't be divided, rise.